And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. To the air on second down. Right on the money. There he goes. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And the Red Raiders have it in scoring position on first and goal. Looking to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rasmussen. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Running to Green. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's first and 10 for this offense from the 42. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And he's going to try to return this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Pocket breaking down. With the catch, it's Howard. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger gain.
And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And this is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
Pulls it in. It's Rasmussen.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Knights kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off play action on first down. Bears the pressure. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows?
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got room on the return. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on 3rd down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's going for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. This is like Sandlot football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he goes and gets it. He knows where he is on the field. He knows where he needs to get that 1st down. He's just playing above the X's and O's right now.
The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Got his man downfield. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To throw, it's Sperry. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, UCF! Extra point here will tie the game.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's high. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Hand off from the shotgun. Got a little space.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. Smashes through the tackle. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
Lets it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off the play fake on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
To the air, it's Berry. Makes the catch. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. He wants to throw it again. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Inside the 25. Still on his feet. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knights!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. The Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the timing just a hair off. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes the grab on the right. There he goes. Inside the... and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Looking for a deep man. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This time it's complete. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to get rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. And you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
And it's no good. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Red Raiders will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
If I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
The Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the grab. It's Jenkins. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Gets open down the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Got his man on the right. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, UCF! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. North Texas has some work to do. There's no other way to put it. But the mantra of this program is hard hats, hard work. And if they can chip away here, they may be able to pull this out. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Temple. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
And how about that? Breaks into the open. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. From the red zone, looking for a man. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Gentry. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Right down the boulevard. And now they take the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the UCF UCF offense ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give to the tailback. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. He's in open space downfield. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Snap to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. Makes the grab down the middle. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you can...
Turning it on! They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and, man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. They're going to ride this running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback gets enough. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
The Knights trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on it today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Absolutely center cut. And we've got a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. It's complete to the left. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass. Makes the catch. He breaks a tackle. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offenses.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
The Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They've been running it, but now the pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch, it's Howard. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Knights are rolling down the field. Dropping back, it's Berry. Snagged in the middle, it's Jenkins. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
What a day, his third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. North Texas has some work to do. There's no other way to put it. But the mantra of this program is hard hats, hard work. And if they can chip away here, they may be able to pull this out. They're trailing by 10 to Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him. Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
And the Red Raiders in the hurry-up. And it's picked off at the goal line. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and there he goes! Running inside the 20. Touchdown, UCF! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech has it back and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Gentry. At the 45 on his way. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Rushes on him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Here comes the biggest drive for this defense. They need this stop the way the rest of us need oxygen. If they don't get it, they're done. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Finding an escape route. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Hall. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Hall. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game.
Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. And there they go again, another huge gain on the ground.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Knights trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Knights! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Going to swing it on second down. Hit as he throws. He can't make the connection on the soft toss.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Looking to throw for it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Got it in stride at the 15. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Defensive press coverage. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he's got it, a late touchdown. Probably window dressing, but still a sliver, albeit very slight.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football.